Hey my you ladies and my you gents, I'm Tocher and today is November 20th, 2013. It is week 52 of my weigh-in Wednesdays. Next week will be week 53 or week 1 of year 2, and we're in season 2, so as confusing as that is, I'll be having a little bit of a longer video just because, a year of getting into a pattern and doing different things is fantastic, and I just want to celebrate the fact that maybe you've watched a lot of the videos with me, but I just feel like it's a monumental year. I've grown mentally, spiritually, and physically, and I just want to share a little bit more with you than I guess I already have. So today we're going to be talking about the way that seeds can bother you, and I'm talking about food, I'm talking about mental, spiritual, and physical seeds, and I'm talking about stretching, and then we're going to go into the fat caliper test. Alright, so I'm going to have to pause this video once again, like I do from time to time in this video series, because I want to make sure that I'm, accurately talking about these numbers and making sure my goals are proper. And if you watch the video series consistently, you'll see that in the next coming months I adjust from trying to get to 10% to trying to go to 13, 14, 15% body fat, because I start to see how hard it is to start shedding the weight once you get to around 15 to 16% body fat. At this point as well in the series, I am not using the fat caliper to the best of my abilities, and so I've actually shut down many videos where I did use the fat caliper, but I do edit it in sometimes when I use it just to kind of keep tracking, be able to show you where I was at. Alright, so stretching for me, just a quick point, I did it for over more or less the year. However, the last couple months I've been slacking a little bit. I went from walking, stretching, and eating in season 1 over the first 7 or 8 months or so when I lost a lot of the weight, but now I've gone from like half an hour stretching to more like 10-15 minutes stretching, or sometimes not stretching at all, and I can feel that my muscles are getting tense, they're not operating, or they're not as functional as they could be, and that just comes down to wear and tear, and it comes down to not stretching. So I push you, please stretch. Please, please, please stretch. A lot of famous athletes have said, when they hit that usually 35 benchmark in age, stretching is the reason and way they can keep going. So keep stretching, don't pull any muscles, don't put yourself out for a week or two, because that can really put a damper on your healthy living, healthy lifestyle, and being as active as possible. Okay, the second thing I want to talk to you about, and this is it's hard for me because I've been battling with it all week. It's seeds, okay? Now, the seed I'm talking about is something in your life, whether it's food, whether it's pornography, whether it's stealing, acting a fool, being angry, whatever it might be. Okay, there's a seed. Now sometimes we don't recognize what that seed is. For me, that seed is an image. It's staying away from certain social media places. It's not putting myself in a situation to go to certain areas or to go to certain types of parties where my mind starts going rampant. It used to be like that with food as well. I would have to kind of disassociate myself from going to certain food establishments or going to certain parties or certain places, or I'd have to eat first. It's getting rid of that seed, pushing that seed out of your system, away from you, so that it doesn't get planted into your spirit, mind, or body soil. Okay? So for me, as when I was a lot younger, and I've been focusing on this the past week, and my past is kind of bringing all these seeds back into my head, especially into the spiritual realm. And I'm thinking about, when I was, 20, 21, 22, and I was doing a lot of music videos, and I was kind of away from God, and I did a lot of things, I didn't really swear, but I had a lot of innuendos, there was a lot of things where it wasn't like graphic, sexuality or nudity or anything like that, but it had enough content which was very, to me, vile, and seeing it again or watching it again and trying to remove it, trying to delete all of those types of seeds that get my brain going down that path of being depressed about it, I'm trying to get rid of. But I've also had a lot of people who quote-unquote believe in energy, who don't believe in anything, people who are Christians, who are Hindu, who are Muslim, different peoples have come alongside me as I'm sharing this with them, and they said, you know what, Steve? It was you, it was your past, you've changed, and you've learned from it. And that's what I want to share with you, is that people are coming to me and they're helping me and they're coming alongside and they're saying, you know, Steve, that was the old you. That was the you that was making mistakes, that was being misogynistic towards women, that was being disrespectful, that was saying things in a very perverse way, even if it was a comedy remake video or a video where I wasn't actually in it or I was assistant directing or whatever it was, right? Even if it was a video where we were having fun, me and, the females or the guys that I was working with. It was still something that was totally degrading and disrespectful, not only to the people I was working with, my family, my future, hopefully wife and kids, but to God. And the way we were built was so that we could have soil, but it's the seed that you put in that soil that makes that plant, that tree. And I don't want to have a tree that's withering away and causes destruction. And even though the fruit may look good, when people bite into it, they get sick because of it. And I thank the people that came alongside me, and I hope you have people like that in your life, that when you are going down a slippery slope, or you do look on a few, internet pages, or you go down, this road where you're eating bad, they can come alongside you. And granted, you're going to stumble, you're going to fall. For myself, I'll be as front as I can be, as broken as I am. I did slip into porn again this week, and it stinks, and it's horrible. But when you fall down, that is when, again, depending on what you believe in, people can lift you up. Your energy, the way you can realign yourself can be lifted up. Or for me, I lifted up my hands and God picked me up. So I really want you to, hopefully this week, identify some of those seeds that are bugging you and being planted into you, which are causing you to stumble, and remove those seeds from your life. Push them away. Don't allow them to get at the beautiful, wonderful, amazing person that you are, and the things and the awesome things that you can do. Alright, so the fat caliper test has shown that my hip test is around 14 millimeters, which means I'm around 15.5% body fat. Alright, what I want to add now is that I believe I think I'm around, at minimum around 14 and a half, or to 15, which would lead me to around 16 and a half to 17% body fat. So these calculations are wrong. That's why I'm pausing this video again. And so, yeah, this is it's the beginning of season 2, the middle of season 2. I got really over optimistic, and hey, that's life. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't leading anyone down the garden path and saying, something that really, to me, is not that it's not possible, but the amount of work and nutrition that I would have had to put in would have been way beyond my means. Thank you again for taking the time and listening to my my little speech about seeds as well as stretching. And I'm hoping that this series is helping you. I'm hoping that you're encouraged and or motivated by it. And yeah, just if you have any comments or questions, you definitely can drop them in the comments section below. I'll try and get back to them as soon as possible. And please, you know what? If there's something really irking you, maybe if you want to, send me a private message, that's cool. Or if you got to say something in the comments section, maybe I'm not doing things right, maybe I need some correction. Please, I think I'll try to be fairly open to that stuff. Please hit me up with some stuff. And if you want to check out the blog, the website, anything that pertains to this video, it should be in the description below. I just want to thank you so much for taking this long duration of your day to watch me on camera just talk. Have yourself a wonderful day, evening, morning, or night. God bless. Oh yeah, and if you like what I'm doing, please tweet, tumble, like, share, thumbs up, plus, pin, or do whatever you do, and please subscribe.